Good evening, how are you guys? I hope you're doing well and enjoying hearing from your teacher. If you haven't met me yet, my name is Savannah Demeester, and I'm the principal here at Midtown. I have the best job in the world, and I love your kids. I'm sure you can tell that we are all very passionate about what we do here. It's like our whole life to have the chance to share your children with you, so thank you for that. Please know and hear from me, we are open books here at Midtown. Anything, whether you're like, oh, I don't want to bother them. I always tell parents, like, that's actually my whole job for you to bother me, and you're not bothering me because I chose this career and I enjoy it and love it. So if there's a slight concern for you, that's a concern for me. So I want you to reach out to me and let me know so that we can work through it together. Real quickly, before our awesome first grade team begins, I just want to introduce some coaches that are here and other admin. So Miss Cecil's here. She's another assistant principal here. And then we have Mr. Holmes, our second assistant principal, and we have our reading coach this year, Miss Wilson, Becca Wilson, our math coach, Miss Maddie Spurgeon. That got a little extra because that's a new position, added position, so we're really excited about that. And then we have a counselor here, Miss Carissa Davis. That is all, correct? Any other? Okay. So yes, so just wanted you to put a face with the name if you ever need to reach out in any of those specific areas. So we will get started.
Hi, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. I have the pleasure of introducing all of the first grade teachers. I am Mrs. Stallworth. This is Mrs. Taylor. This is Mrs. McLemore. This is Mrs. Hill. This is Mrs. Hayes. This is Ms. Baines. This is Mrs. Bold. We have Mrs. Massey, and we have Miss Dupree Davis. Special.
Who's want to read that?
Oh, it's a great one.
Hey guys, we want to just reiterate that alone that we can do so little, but together we can do so much. So we want you guys to really feel like you're a part of the family. So anything that you are unsure of, you have questions about, please feel comfortable enough to shoot an email or message through Dojo to reach out to us so that we can make sure that you understand, have a true understanding of how things go, okay?
Oh, this is Miss Wilson. Is Miss Wilson? Don't take the mic back.
Hello again, I'm Miss Wilson, the reading coach, and I'm excited to be here to talk to you about reading tonight because reading is really, really big in first grade, right guys? It's huge. You're going to find that the first grade year is the year that your kids are going to grow the most from the beginning to the end of the year because it's really, really, really hard to read. Our state has great standards that help our teachers know exactly what steps they need to do to help make sure that the kids read. They were new in 2021, so now we've got the hang of them and we are ready to roll with that. The state has also enacted a law, the Literacy Act, and it started in 2019, and basically, I'm going to give you the short version because you don't want to read the over 100-page law, but we know that research tells us that by the end of third grade, we want our kids to be sufficient readers. Because if they're not, then they're going to have struggles moving forward in life. So we have things put into place beginning in kindergarten, all the way, or really all the way through fifth grade, but all the way through that third grade year. So you're going to be hearing a lot about that over the years. But just to let you know that we have plans to make sure that all of your kids are sufficient readers, even in first grade. We do that by, that's okay. You'll get some information that comes home from your teachers that will tell you a little bit more about it. We have plans for students that might be struggling a little bit. We can get them in tutoring opportunities if they're struggling a little bit. Our big thing is trying to pick up on that earlier rather than later so that when we get to third grade, we don't have to worry about it anymore. And so you've got great teachers, no matter which one of these ladies is your child's teacher, you're in good hands. And so we're going to be, I have our eyes on them, they have their eyes on them, Ms. Demeester and our admin team has eyes on them to make sure that all of our kids can read. This is just it's called the path to promotion. So in third grade, they will take a big test and see how they do on the test. We'll kind of determine what next steps we need to take to make sure that they can go on to fourth grade.
All right. In order to teach our children, we use the phonics program. We adopted it last year. It's the 95% phonics program. The nice thing that we're finding about this is that the more and more we use it, the kids are spiraling up and using it each year. The skills that they learn in kindergarten, the same hand motions and all that translates and they keep using it and building on it year after year after year. So this was new last year, so it was kind of a struggle for us to get ready for and used to using. It's getting easier and easier each year that we're using it. And we should see the kids catching on and using some of the same hand motions on what syllable types and how we do things. And it should get faster and faster, and they're going to retain it and be able to use these skills for many years. So that's the 95% phonics program. Our reading program that we use is new as well last year. It's the Open Court reading program. We use that for all of our comprehension, all of the skills that go along with that, like, oh gosh, now I lost it. So all of our comprehension, all of our skill strategies and things like that. We also use that for our writing program. Sorry about that, it's been a long day. So 95% is what we use for both reading and writing. And then we have our independent reading time. Each grade level has a different one. We're pushing for the 15 to 20 minutes of independent reading. That's on top of, some of us have that as, that we're gonna do that at home as well. But we try to do this within the classroom. We try to conference with our kids to be able to find out if they're understanding what they're reading, what do these words mean, pick a word, this kind of thing. So we're trying to do that in order to understand, for them to understand and know what they're reading in the classroom, but we try to fit in that 15 to 20 minutes of independent reading time in the classrooms daily as well. Who's next? Maddie. Oh, Maddie.
Hi everyone, my name is Natalie. I'm a staff coach here. This is a new position because of the Numeracy Act, and that's just so that we have someone in place that can help support teachers and students in our instruction and that. So we have our seniors as well. They were adopted in 2019, very much like ELA. We have that buildable foundation that they're coming from kindergarten all the way up. The Numeracy Act really just wants to make sure that they're proficient in math skills by 5th grade. So Literacy Act is 3rd grade, and then another in 5th grade. So that we do that by doing small groups in our class time, as well as providing supports in the after-school tutoring program. And we have 3 new, well, one's not new, but one is our Tier 1 instruction curriculum, and then our other 2, we have Tier 2 that does support in the small groups, and then we have a 3rd one now, that's Tier 3 for like after-school tutoring and pull-outs during the day. We do a different mixture of things in the classroom for our math block. We have what we call the math workshop model, which is just incorporating a lot of different things in one time of the day. So we have like a little balanced circle up here, and that goes with our whole group, our small group instruction, where we're doing workstations. We do this thing called running records, which is a new way of assessing fluency. We don't do time tests anymore. We like to hear and see what our kids are thinking and how they solve problems. So at home, we want you to practice that. Tell me how you got that answer. Can you show me more than just memorizing it? And then we do, our state curriculum is our big ideas. So you'll see a lot of things like that coming home from their assessments, and then their work that they do in the classroom as well.
So for the most part, our science and social studies is going to be included in our open court reading curriculum. We do also supplement with STEM scopes. We have our science standards that we try to meet. We also have our mystery science program that we like to do and incorporate that into our week as well. But for the most part, science and social studies are going to be built in to the stories, the nonfiction text we're reading in open court.
digital literacy and computer science. As you know, we are a digital literacy school and a district. We are digital one-to-one, which basically means that your child has a technology device in their hand while they are at school and also while they are at home. All students in grades K through 5 receive instruction that's focused, utilizing digital literacy and computer science. These lessons are embedded inside of our programs like Big Ideas, Open Core, through Clever, also within the STEM classes as well. Teachers, we do this in small groups as well, just giving students exposure to computer science and digital literacy. Some helpful resources that you can utilize at home with the digital access is utilizing their Clever dashboard with your students. All students should be able to know from kindergarten all the way up to 5th grade exactly how to log into Clever, but we use this dashboard to access and sign into digital district-approved platforms. And so students are able to work in a safe, embedded space, resources within our classroom. So that way they're able to do things like coding with their activities, virtual math libraries, reading books online. All of these things are great resources for you to be able to utilize at home. If ever you're looking at your child's computer, you can look under MC as bookmarks and you'll be able to find Clever as well as some additional resources that can be helpful for you while you are at home. Go Guardian is a program that we use here at school, and basically it just allows the teachers to monitor what your child is doing while they are at school on their digital device. And so it's a way for us to make sure that they are actually doing the program that we've instructed them or assigned them to do. It's a way that we can try to prevent cyberbullying and different things like that. And so we use Go Guardian to provide instant access to resources. For example, if I wanted all of my students to get on the iReady test, I can literally, with the click of a button, put all 20 students on that program just like that. I'm also able to block a student, turn a screen off for a second. Hey, you're not focused, you weren't doing the right thing. And then I'm able to also pull it right back up for the students. And more importantly, by them knowing that we're watching, it just helps them be accountable to make sure that they are doing the right things while they are on their computers. Clever and different learning platforms, if ever we have those e-learning days or weather days that might be embedded inside, your child's teacher is going to utilize one of the following learning platforms: Seesaw, Google Classroom, or Schoology. And depending on your classroom teacher, you'll get more information about how to access this. But this is once again a way for us to be able to put those digital resources and those learning targets onto a platform for your child to be able to access while they are at home or at school. And Clever is also going to be the special seat, is what I call it in my classroom, for parents to be able to review the apps. We encourage students, if they do take their devices home, to utilize Clever, because once again, these are all district-approved apps and learning opportunities for your child.
As you know, we have assessments. This helps us not only see where your child is struggling, but also see where their strengths are at. We have already began doing our iReady and DIBELS testing for the beginning of the year. We will do this 3 times a year. We will do it in the fall, which most of your children should have already done. We will do it again around Christmas time and then towards the end of the year around April, May. This again just shows us where their growth is at. iReady is in reading and math, and DIBELS is just where they are being able to read the words, dissect the words, things like that. Thankfully for us, our children do not do ACAT testing yet. That will begin next year in 2nd grade. We do try to teach them skills just so that way, test taking skills, so they can take those with them for when it comes that time. And then we have formative assessments all the time in our classrooms, seeing where your child is at, seeing what their strengths, what their weaknesses, where we can help them continue to grow.
Okay, so homework is necessary to basically just review and practice the skills. It is not not something that we grade. However, researching, we have found that it is beneficial to the student as practice does improve academic skills. Homework routines are also encouraged. I know for me in my classroom, homework should not be more than 15 minutes. Some teachers have the option of giving homework. Other teachers might want you to just utilize some of those digital resources that I spoke of. Okay. So we have K2 report cards that are sent home with the following for each of the grading periods. So the dates to expect the report cards are listed right here. We have October 10th, January 9th, March the 19th, and May the 21st. And we do use a standards-based report carding system. So basically, your child is not going to get a numeric grade. They're going to get the standards-based 1, 2, 3, or 4. At the beginning of the school year, do not expect your child to come home with a 4, even possibly a 3. That basically means that they're just demonstrating everything and not needing us, and they're working independently. So if you see that your child has a 1, possible 2, that's okay for the first few 9 weeks, first and second 9 weeks. Okay. Ms. Bolt said that we will update you for the expected report card dates, as well as like the progress monitoring that's going to come as well. In your child's binder or folder, when you see the progress monitoring, we're going to have a folder for you that has the parent side on it for you, so that way you can see exactly what skill your child is being assessed on. And then you can also see what they score on. So the parent guide is going to stay inside of your child's report card folder and progress report folder, so that way you're able to access it. The dates to expect the progress reports are September the 11th, November the 13th, February the 12th, and April the 23rd.
Hi, you guys have had the opportunity to meet all of these wonderful first-grade teachers.
I think Mr. Holmes might be wanting to do this.
Oh, here?
I get to talk about some of the other things our students get opportunity to be involved with here at the school. And one of them are the counseling program, which we have our fine counselor, Ms. Davis, over here. Ms. Davis waved at us. She counsels our students, and we get some pull-out time and some small group time as well. The next thing there. Our library is fantastic, where they get to learn some different things every day. Let's go through this pretty quickly. Library. All right, Mr. Newquist, he's one of the best teachers I think at the school. Oh wow, you go too fast. Mr. Newquist, hey, I mean, I'm sure your kids came home and said, you know, they love our class. My own children went to Heritage and had Mr. Newquist there, and he's one of the most phenomenal teachers in the district, I believe. And I have some of my kids all work in my office right now. Let's go to the next one. Music. She's new. She's amazing. If you get a chance to meet her, she's a phenomenal teacher. You get to participate in that. PE. All right. Use PE. All right. And Spanish. And Spanish is one of the things they get to learn new language. Miss Heidi's one of the best teachers here as well, and will help your students learn new language. All right, and Spanish, after Spanish, STEM. STEM is another opportunity that our students get to partake in and learn how to explore, design, and what it has to do in STEM.
Global citizenship.
Global citizenship. All right.
They create things, they're very...
They love STEM.
All right, they also get to code in STEM as well.
Exactly.
Coding, just divergent thinking. Next thing there. Gifted. We don't have a gifted person here.
No.
All right, gifted program is available. That's not available until second grade, I believe.
Gifted starts in
Starts in
third,
second
but they
grade.
do spring in second grade.
All right. Well, I like who's next? That was a great one. All right, great. Thank you.
Alright, hi everyone, I am Lauren Cecil. I have not had the pleasure to meet you yet. I'm the other assistant principal. I see a lot of familiar faces here, but if I haven't met your family, I'd love to do so tonight. I'm going to talk a little bit about ways parents can remain informed, awesome job with communication, mainly checking those daily folders as they come home, check your dojo email. Ms. Demeester's email has a lot of great information in it every week to keep you informed as well. And attendance. Before I do this, I'm actually going to dismiss our fabulous first grade teachers so they can go on back to their classrooms. They've had a nice long day. They've done such a wonderful job. So round of applause for them. They work so hard and they care about your children so much. I love them in their classrooms and watching them teach. They are truly such a phenomenal group of educators, and we're so lucky to have them at Midtown. Really quickly about attendance, if you have to miss school for any reason your child does, you can send excuses to that MTES attendance email, or you can do it on Power School. The directions to do both are in Ms. Meester's weekly email every week. If you are having any issues, please reach out to me. Sometimes there are glitches, things happen, so if you're still saying unexcused and you turn it in, please reach out and we'll fix it. Our policy is that after 3 unexcused parent absences, you get a letter home. After 5 unexcused absences, you have to come meet with me in the middle of the workday. It's super inconvenient for everyone involved. 7 unexcused absences, you have to deal with central office. It's a whole thing. So basically, just send in your excuses and then you're good and I won't bother you, I promise. Also, we like to ask that you try to plan family trips around fall break, spring break, all those wonderful things. Not go to Disney World for 2 weeks in the middle of the school year. Your kids are learning so much and we just really want them here at school every day. Alrighty, and then this year for first grade field trips, they'll have Elf University in December at the Early Works Museum. That sounds super fun. And in spring, they will either go to the Let's Pretend Hospital at UAH, which is what they've done the past couple of years, or the Cooks Museum in Decatur, and your teachers will follow up with more information on that later. Alrighty, I'm going to turn it back over to Ms. Demeester. They took them all from me. I was willing to talk about any and all of them, but at least you got to hear from everybody on our team. No, I'm happy you did it. But we are here to help in any way, always open. We really appreciate your participation. I know firsthand, many of you know I'm a first grader, so I know a lot of you. So I'm not only an administrator here with you, I'm a parent right alongside you, and I would feel comfortable with my child in any of those teachers' classrooms. They are such a collaborative team and they don't miss a beat. Not a second is downtime. There's a plan for every second. And I hope your children have a really fun day. They're going to come home tired, no more napping, anything like that anymore. The rigor of first grade really does increase. So if any questions or concerns come up anytime, let us know. All of us will be here for a little bit right now if you have any questions or anything. But thank you for your time. Have a good